Ladies and genomes, yes, we've got one of Qingdao's finest for you, and let's have a listen to it. I'll tell you what I can. The Epiphone Les Paul Standard. Let's go. And so on to the pickups, and we'll start with the bridge end. Right to the centre. And on to the neck. Lovely, let's end the cleanup. And again, starting with the bridge. and I promise you that I have not touched a tuning peg since I've been doing all that bending before. And onto the neck. Let's have a look round. So, made in the Shanedale plant in 2021, June, as it tells me on the Guitar Data project. We have got the Gibson Les Paul Heritage Cherry 50s item, or 50s Heritage Cherry, which is still a current model, and they're still popping them out now. I think they're about 500 quid, but you don't get a case with them for that. If you want a hard case, factor in an extra, certainly 95, 100 quid, something like that. So yes, very much a traditional Gibson construction. You've got a mahogany body and a mahogany neck. Now I have seen, you see, that looks to me very much like a one-piece mahogany neck. So it is a very typical Gibson construction. Now, normally these have the Epiphone Vintage Deluxe tunes on them, but these, as you can see, have been replaced with it, and you can't see where the others have been. So clearly the scrolls are in exactly the same place with some locking tuners. I do like locking tuners because it makes string changing quick and easy, and these work absolutely brilliantly. So we've got some, I can't tell these days. I mean, you've got the open book headstock there, but I can't tell if that logo is Pearloid or Pearl. I rather suspect it'll be Pearloid because I don't know though. What do you think? And of course we've got the great man's signature that tells us it's a Les Paul model. I mean, they just look so much like Gibsons these days. And of course the truss rod cover does usefully tell you that it's a standard. Now, it's not the same certainly as a Gibson standard, because for a start there's no nib end binding, thank goodness. So you do have neck binding, but no nib ends there. The action is precisely where we want it, 1.25 at the 12th, and it plays absolutely brilliantly with the Pro Bookers 2 and 3 in the neck and bridge respectively. Got a cream scratch plate there, which has its matching poker chip, as you can see, and the matching pickup surrounds, or pickup rings if you want to call them that. You got the, is it lock tone or tone lock? The ABR thing there, and a stop tail. 2 volumes, 2 tones with some bleeders, which are rather light, and the colour I think is fabulous. This particular example is, as far as I can tell, completely unmarked. There is nothing on it, and it really genuinely looks as though it has not been played. And then you've got your gold top hats there. Exhaust pipe in the usual place with matching outputs jack to go with your scratch plates and pickup rings and poker chip and what have you. And you have 22 frets with the trapezoid inlays, which certainly will be Pearloid. So it really does depend, I think, it really does depend on how brand conscious you are, because these, I mean, they are so good, and you kind of forget exactly what it is that you're playing. The pickups are brilliant. The construction is what I didn't mention was, of course, it has a maple cap, which is very much a traditional Les Paul construction. So yeah, mahogany neck set into a mahogany body with a maple cap, and you'll see some numbers back here, but I think the pickups are popping out around the late 7s, knocking on the door of 8, which is sort of Gibson 57 classic territory, and I do like the delivery. Anyway, with all that said, yeah, get on board. Nice rosewood fretboard too. So I shall see you all soon. Thanks all ever so much for tuning in. See you later, folks. Adios, amigos. Ta-ra.